This is Capital One. Thanks for tuning in on this beautiful Monday morning. I'm sure people want to throw daggers at me for putting Monday and beautiful in the same sentence, but all the same, I guess it's an awesome day. I'm Tamasha, and this is Capital One.
Capital One.
Well, if you haven't seen the news today, let me just brief you. Our guy Mutua, Alfred Mutua, has done it again. You know, in addition to the fleet of police cars, the guy has gone out and has bought a number of what are these things called? Ambulances. Does that even sound right? But anyway, yeah, so he has gone out and bought a number of ambulances. I mean, I don't know what to say about him, but kudos Mr. Mutua for a job well done. On other news, a friend of mine was telling me about some interview he went to, and there were four of them on the waiting room thing, waiting for the interviews to start. And so they find out that all these guys went to the same school. He met two of his former schoolmates and another random guy, and so all four of them decide to change numbers. You know, this business of going for an interview and then you wait for weeks and they don't say anything, there's no apology, there's nothing. So they decide, okay, us guys are going to change numbers, and whoever gets the job, as soon as you get it, just let the rest of us know so we don't have to wait anymore. So what happens is, weeks later, none of them has received any text from the other. So they decide, okay, so one guy just decides, okay, let me call everyone. So did you get the job? No. Did you get the job? No. Did you get the job? No. I didn't get the job. Who got the job? So that's the thing they discovered. Okay, so we went for an interview. We were the only four there. That was the final interview. There were no other interviews, and none of us got the job. What happened? So it's not the first time I'm hearing a story like that. I know someone else who traveled all the way to Malindi to do an interview, and she got there, and I met some old friend who works in that same company and said, "What are you doing here?" "Oh, I have an interview to do for what position?" For what position? That person started working here last week. So that brings me to today's topic of discussion. What have I eaten? Anyway, that brings me to today's topic of discussion. Have you ever gone for a dummy interview? Is it true that there are these interviews that are just, for formalities? You travel all the way to Bungoma to do an interview, and you get there they already took someone, but they're just doing it, for, I don't know, whatever it is that they do it for, so that they can show whoever they need to show that things were done the correct way. Is it even right for us to do that? So, that's the issue we are looking at this morning. Call us in, tell us, have you ever had an experience like that? If you're an employer, especially if you're an employer, we want to hear from you. Tell us, why do you do that to us? Why do you allow us? Why do you advertise a job and allow us to post in our CVs and then come for an interview and then talk for hours and I don't know, make up stories about how good we are, add things to our CVs that do not exist, and then you already have the person? Come on! So just tell me how it is, and also tell us how your interviews have been and just your most disappointing moments and things like that.
Capital One.